We are starting a new segment this morning, and it's something that it came to me. Oh, I don't know what time this came to me. Probably
about 8:45 this morning.
No, actually about 1:45 last night.
Ah, okay.
We talked about it a little, right? Who lives the most interesting lives among all Americans? Carl, your pick.
You're not saying me. No, you're asking me.
The president?
Yeah, I say Barack. He's got kind of an interesting life.
Yeah, okay.
Rock stars, sports stars.
Okay, maybe. I was going with jugglers.
Well, they would be next on the list, I'm sure.
And we have one on the telephone, Dave Sauer, all the way in Hawaii. We're starting on the West Coast.
What's up,
Dave,
guys?
how are you this morning, sir?
Pretty good. It's 4:30 a.m. I bet you didn't know that when you called me, did you?
No, I had no idea. I should have checked into that. How are you doing in juggling 4:30 a.m.?
Oh, no. Actually, it was a good night to juggle, though, because it was the first day of spring break, so a lot of money to be made on the street.
Oh, so you street juggler.
You juggle on the street these days?
Yeah, just, if I need to buy something.
You like food, or?
Like food, coffee, cigarettes, that sort of thing.
We'll juggle for food.
Yeah.
So where are you living now, Dave?
I'm living in downtown Waikiki.
Downtown Waikiki. And
I'm in a pretty good spot up on the 15th floor. Got some ocean view. Life is good.
And you go downstairs when you need a little cash and just juggle for a little while.
Yeah, just throw some machetes around and, throw the hat around.
Do you ever set machetes on fire? I always wonder that.
No. The Hawaiian art form, they spin like a stick with a hook on the end. It's like a knife hook, and then on the other side they got fire. But I haven't learned to do that yet.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
of course. How are people, like authorities there, when you are juggling something, semi-dangerous?
Yeah, well, I kind of had an incident the other day.
Oh.
My friends, we surf and juggle at the same time. And I wasn't the first person to do this.
Okay.
I couldn't lay claim to it. And the guy who did it actually made the Guinness Book. So I'm thinking, well, I want to be in the Guinness Book too.
Mm-hmm.
So what can I do that this guy didn't do? And I thought, well, I'll juggle torches.
Wow.
Interesting.
Surfing.
You might be right, Bill, about this interesting angle here.
Yeah. So I made some torches out of plungers so that I could stick them to the board.
How do you light them out on the surfboard?
Well, I fueled them before I went out, and I paddled out with a candle, and I just lifted the candle up every time that I hit a wave, and protected the fire on my way out there until I could, get in a spot to try to catch a wave.
Wait a minute, this is a lie, isn't it?
No, I don't.
No,
think
it's totally true.
Totally true.
But I mean, how can you paddle out into the ocean with a lit candle and the wind not blow it out?
I let the candle burn down 75%, so that there was a lot of glass around, and then it just wasn't a very windy night.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Calm nights. This is what happens on calm nights in Waikiki.
A lighter might have worked. Yeah.
So, the incident? You're paddling.
The incident was I made the torches a little too big.
Oh.
And so when I lit them up, they were clearly visible from all the hotel rooms in Waikiki, and some of the tourists thought that it was a burning boat and called the fire department, and the police showed up, and the ladder truck showed up, and they kind of they all lined the beach. It was like a Point Break or something, they were lining the beach, making sure I didn't run out of the water and run away.
Now, historically, those are all entities that don't have a great sense of humor about things.
Actually, they did have a pretty good sense of humor about it.
I mean, just as long as Keanu Reeves wasn't out there with a Glock or something like that.
No.
So then, have you tried this again since then?
Well, I submitted a formal apology letter to the authorities saying that, it was just a misunderstanding, and asking, did I in fact break the law by juggling torches or attempting to? I got standing, but then the wave died, and I just didn't have time to take the torches out of the plungers, But So I want to do it again, but the guys, some of them were like, "Hey, bro, you know, like if I catch you doing anything on this island, I'm gonna give you a ticket, just because, you know." Like, some of them didn't have a sense of humor. Some of them thought it was kind of funny.
Now, I see perhaps we'll be able to see you on an episode of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
No, I don't think that.
Some legal trouble you might get in.
Actually, no, because the water is technically Department of Defense territory.
Mm-hmm.
Like the local Waikiki police don't have any jurisdiction over the water. Like,
the Navy
the coastline
does.
of the United States is protected by Department of Defense, who doesn't really care about juggling.
You'd be surprised what they might care about.
So did you you lit them? Did you actually get them juggling?
No.
Well,
We got to do it.
You still have to do it.
It was a lot like a Viking funeral, you know. But then,
It did look like that. Yeah.
So, how many were you going to juggle? 5,
3.
8? How many?
Just 3.
Oh, just
but
3.
they showed up way too fast. Like, I didn't have time. Like, you know, like one set went by and I was waiting for the waves to come by and I just didn't get the wave I needed, you know? If I had gotten the wave, I would have done it right in front of them.
And then they can't deny that then. They have to just applaud if they do actually see it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Is there video of any of this?
No, not yet. It was just a test run. It was just, you know, I just wanted to see what could it be done. You know, I didn't want to invite my friends out with video cameras and be like, well, I can't get fire out there.
Yeah.
You know, until I knew that I could bring fire out there, that I could light them and that they'd stay on the board while I paddled. You know, I wanted to make sure I got like those initial elements down. I didn't look at it from the perspective of the people on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, it's a nice calm day. I'm going to go try this out.
Dave, what do you do for a living now?
I'm a student.
Oh, cool. Okay. Same thing as when I had known you back at college. And so,
where are you originally from, Dave?
I'm from Chicago. I'm from Zion, actually.
Okay.
He was actually Dave was a real pioneer of the public access television.
Oh, really?
Zion community, yeah.
Still believe in it.
Still believe in it. We're working on that here, Dave. You could come back to Kankakee and really make sure public television, you know, public access never happened with some of the stuff you do.
No thanks.
No thanks. Well, Dave Sauer, anything else? I know you're working on the Matrix, syncing the Matrix up with, what are you syncing up with?
Well, I'm doing my graduate communication study on, at least for this course, on synchronicity between Matrix and Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Wow.
And also studying Pink Floyd and Wizard of Oz. I mean, that goes back a long time. So if Pink Floyd wrote their story structure the same way that Wizard of Oz wrote their story structure, then the Matrix ripped it off of Pink Floyd. So it's the same stories being told all over the place, but just in different ways. So I'm syncing it, and then I'm finding a means of measuring it, and that's the harder part.
Wow.